check.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Yes, sir. We are live here from Franklin, Georgia, inside the brand new gymnasium on the campus of Heard County High School. I am Matt Davis alongside Grayson Atkins to bring you championship night here in Region 6A Division 1. And it's the Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves about to settle the score and figure out who is number one out of the region. Championship basketball coming up, Grayson.
Oh, man, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this. I mean, what more can you ask for? It feels like these two teams' collision course all season. We saw them split the series, and I mean, it's just been back and forth between both teams, and it felt like, as I said just a second ago, collision course for this night.
Well, Grayson, it looks like we're excited about bringing some hoops here to the listeners, whether you're listening on the live stream or of course, listening on the radio. We're glad you're with us. We'll talk a little bit about, and I do need to take a break because unfortunately it looks like the radio station is not receiving our audio currently. So we've got a technical difficulty right out of the gate that we got to try to solve in a hurry. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. It's the Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves coming up. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
So we apologize for that, but hopefully we're getting audio to the video stream. But again, we'll just go ahead and jump into our pregame here. We'll let you know that the Model Lady Devils enter the contest at 20-5 on the regular season, 11-1 in region play. They picked up a victory over Bremen, 39-35 in the semifinals. And Grayson, you were on hand for that game. Tell us a little bit about the game. It was a close battle that went down to the end, huh?
It was a close game, and the other matchups were relatively close. So I felt like going into it, Bremen's a sneaky team. They're going to be able to compete, and it surely was a competitive game all the way down the stretch. Model was able to get out to a lead in the second half. Bremen at one point led going into the second quarter, but from there on out, Model was just able to hang on and be able to get the win. There were a lot of lead changes, a bunch of turnovers from both teams there in the third quarter, but ultimately Model would prevail in that matchup, and that's what's got them here playing at Heard County.
It was a tough battle for Heard County to get to this level of the tournament as well. They beat Temple 57-55, took overtime to do it in the semifinals, so tough matchups for both of these teams to punch their ticket for a game that should be really tough tonight here between your Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves. Well, we are about 7 minutes and 47 seconds away until we start this championship game here tonight inside this beautiful new facility in Grayson. This is the first first time that I've ever been inside this gym. The last time I was here was several years ago when the players that are seniors on this model team were actually freshmen and playing in the first round of the playoffs, but it was in the old gym, which is just light years difference between this new facility and that one. It was a nice gym, but much smaller, an old gym, but this is a state-of-the-art, just beautiful new facility here.
I mean, goodness gracious, let's just start with the Jumbotron. The AD came up, asked if we needed anything. I wanted to watch the Auburn-Alabama game. He said, you want it? You got it. The man played it on the Jumbotron. I mean, they're incredibly gracious here. I memean, it's just crazy the fact that the facilities they have, it's just an amazing place to be.
Well, we mentioned to you that Model came into the game 20-5, 11-1 in region play, riding a 3-game win streak. The Heard County Lady Braves, they've been on a roll. 23-2 is their record for the season, 11-1 in region play. They are riding a 20-game win streak. Their last loss, Grayson, was back on the 14th of December at Troup County. So this is a team that has been winning a lot of basketball games recently. And, of course, the Model Lady Devils would love to be here tonight on Heard County's home floor and spoil that winning streak for them.
I think that it's going to be a great game, and the one thing that I like to point out, if Model wants to win this game, you got to be able to control the ball. You got to be able to make some open shots. We know in the last game against Heard County, there was a few times in the game where they just looked rattled. So if Model wants to be able to pull off this win in the region championship and get that 1 seed going up against this student session, going up against this crowd, they're going to have to be able to control the ball and make some open shots.
Well, we are about 6 minutes away from the tip-off of this game, and, of course, we're live with you on the video stream. We haven't been able to get it on the radio yet. There's some trouble back at the home studio, some technical difficulties that we're having to iron out there. So we're going to take another break, see if we can work our way through that, and then we'll be back for the game here in just a few minutes. Let's step out for 3 minutes. We'll return.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706 291-7050.
Get the radio broadcast on today, so we apologize to our radio listeners, which does no good to apologize to them because they can't hear us right now, but we're just going to have to roll with the video for today, and just letting the video folks know that I'm going to follow y'all's cues for the breaks and things of that nature because I can't hear what's going on at the radio station. So anyway, talking shop a little bit, but we're just about ready to go inside of the gym here at Heard County High School in Franklin, Georgia. I'm Matt Davis alongside Grayson Atkins. We're about ready for some ball, man. I'm looking forward to these games, man. We got two really good ones coming up tonight.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. These are highly anticipated games. I felt like it was going to be these two teams all year, and now enough with the talk. It's finally time to lock horns and get this thing going.
Indeed it is. All the talking is over, and it is time to roll. I do want to let you know that as far as the last rankings from the AJC at the end of the regular season were concerned, we're looking at the number 6 team in the Model Lady Devils and the number 3 team out of Heard County Lady Braves. It's now time for your national anthem. Here it is. Starting lineups here for the two teams that we have here in our first game, and then we'll get things underway inside this beautiful new gym here inside the gym here at Heard County. But starting for the Model Lady Devils, you're going to have number 14, Javia Samples, number 15, Sasha Wood. Also in the starting lineup tonight, you've got number 21, August Betts, number 23, Eva Pointer, and rounding out the starting 5 for the Model Lady Devils, wearing the number 33. Little note there for the roster, wearing number 33 tonight is Cam Sanders, and that is the starting lineup here for your Model Lady Devils. Now we give you the starters here for the Heard County Lady Braves. By the way, the head coach of the Model Lady Devils needs no introduction on this broadcast, but Sally Eccles, legendary coach for the Model Lady Devils. Now for the Heard County Lady Braves, played on their home floor tonight here in this region championship game out of Region 6A Division I. As they lower the lights, we'll let you know in the starting lineup today for the Heard County Lady Braves. You're going to have number 1, T.T. Lewis. She is a 5'6" sophomore. Also should mention to you that she was second team all-region that was just announced recently. So that's one of the starters here tonight for this Heard County Lady Braves team. A team that, as we mentioned to you earlier, has won 20 games in a row. So riding a 20-game win streak into this championship game. And we'll give you more starters here in just a couple of moments, but they've got quite an introduction that they have here in the gym. They've got a Jumbotron right at mid-floor at half court, and they're showing a presentation right now, which is pretty impressive, isn't it, Grayson?
I thought, honestly, the way that it was going from pregame here in the stadium, I thought they were going to run out to the audio of Auburn, Alabama for just a second. There's a few people, a lot of the Heard County fans weren't in here. Still a decent amount of Model fans in here, and now it's starting to pile up. So I guess I thought too early that they're going to be running out to something different.
All right, now I think they're ready to give you the starters here for the Lady Braves, and then we'll get things underway officially. Going to start just a couple of minutes behind. But here's the starting lineup for the Braves. We already mentioned to you, number 1, T.T. Lewis, 5'6" sophomore. We'll just kind of start over from the beginning there. Then you've got number 3, Emma Beer. She is a sophomore, also second team all-region like T.T. Lewis that we told you a little bit earlier. In the starting lineup for the Braves, number 5, Emma Lawson. She's a 5'5" sophomore, first team all-region. Also in the starting lineup, you've got number 11, Asia Kendall. She's a 5'9" freshman, first team all-region player. And rounding out their starting 5, you've got number 22, S.K. Evans, a 5'8" senior, honorable mention in all regions. So there's your starters, and once we have that, it means there's only one thing left to do here, Grayson. Play some ball.
It certainly is almost time to play ball. And Heard County, we didn't touch on it in the pregame, but they can beat you in so many ways. They're physical, they can get it inside, and they can also shoot a decent amount as well.
So August Betts in the circle here for Model as we get ready to get things rolling inside the gym at Heard County. And then for Heard County, in the circle is going to be Emma Beers, and the tip is going to go to Model. They're going to open up on offense, looking to try to get to a hot start right out of the gate, though. The ball was stolen away by Beers, and here come the Lady Braves back the other way, just underway here in the championship game. They send it left wing side, fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Put back won't go, but she draws the contact, and we're going to see free throw shots right out of the gate here for Heard County.
And if you're Model, you cannot afford to turn the ball over in the half court, because Heard County is able to feast off those turnovers, really able to make you pay in the half court.
So the first shot for Kendall, and this would be the first point of the ball game, is going to be off the side of the rim. Karam's off. She gets ready for her next free throw. 7:44 left to go in the first quarter of the ball game. Scoreless, as only merely seconds have ticked off the clock here to start the game. Second shot, that rattles off the rim, so we remain scoreless. August Betts tracks down the rebound, gives it off to Javia Samples, now on to Sasha Wood. Wood dribbles up top, works her way off to the right. Now back up towards the top of the key, leaves it for Samples on the right wing, drives low block, puts it up, strong move, and it's going to be a one-and-done trip for the Lady Devils. Lady Braves get the rebound, come back quickly the other way. They want to work fast. Bounce pass off the left wing side. Now over to the slot, back up to the top of the key. Going to bounce it to the right wing. Bounce pass baseline. Now inside shot from the elbow and through. First bucket of the game is going to be from Emma Beers. It's 2-0.
When you run that little 2-1-2 or that 2-3, it opens up the mid-range, and both teams have been able to find success in both of those ways here down the stretch of this season.
So a foul's going to go against Heard County as Javia Samples was handling the ball. So we'll get ready for Kim Sanders to inbound here from the near sidelines for Model. They work it into the backcourt. Going to send it over to Samples, who brings it up the floor. Stops, needs some help, some pressure here from Heard County, but finally they're able to work around it. August Betts in there with some help. Sasha Wood now on to Javia Samples. Takes a hard look at the bucket. Now going to dribble. Works towards the baseline. She's trapped. Going to need some help. Finds Pointer. Now across to Sasha Wood. Drives baseline to the low block. Shot is up. Misses. Gets her on rebound. Puts it back. Goes off the bottom of the rim, and Heard County comes out with it. They want to work fast. Now they're going to drive towards the low block, and a block shot there for August Betts. But there is some contact, so we're going to see some free throws yet again here for the Braves. And so T.T. Lewis is going to the stripe for the first time. This is the second trip to the charity stripe here for Heard County. They are currently 0 for 2, and that rattles off the rim, make it 0 for 3.
Free throw woes have been the name of the game here for a few teams. The last game, Model and Bremen, there were a lot of free throw woes down the stretch of that game as well.
Second free throw coming up for Lewis. That one's going to rattle off the rim. They remain scoreless from the stripe. It is 2-0, by the way, in favor of Heard County playing here at home. Model's got the ball, works it across the midcourt stripe. Sasha Wood going to hand it off to Javia Samples. Works right. Now going to give it off to Pointer, who stops just inside the three-point line. Shuffled her feet. A little bit of hesitation there, and this is coming back to Heard County. S.K. Evans inbounds the ball to T.T. Lewis. She's across the midcourt stripe. Being worked on by Javia Samples. Now to the right wing side they go, back up top. Work it around to the slot on the far side. Now back up top. Going to send it right wing side this time. Now to a cutting player into the paint. Heaves towards the bucket. That's an offensive foul that's going to be against T.T. Lewis. And the ball's coming back to the Lady Devils.
This Heard County defensive pressure is so great. They cause so much havoc for Model, and that's why they've been able to generate so many turnovers, especially last game, because Model did not know what to do with the press.
So Cam Sanders going to inbound the ball. Pressure coming here from Heard County, as you just spoke of. Samples gives it off to Sanders, bounces it over to Wood. They beat the press, get in on their side of the floor. Sasha Wood dribbling with the basketball. Lively crowd on hand for this one. Of course, that's what you'd expect from a championship night. Up top to Pointer. Pointer dribbles off to the right wing, feeds it off to Wood. Wood starts to work inside, leaves it for Betts. Now to Samples, wide open three off the side of the rim. It will not go. Ball picked up by Heard County. And there's going to be a whistle. And Heard County gets ready to inbound the ball and bring it back up the floor. We've got 5:15 left to go here in the opening quarter. Braves 2, Devils 0. And now they're going to drive towards the lane. Oh, a big-time block by Samples. Comes out with the ball. She dribbles across the court, drives in on 2 defenders, gets fouled, and is going to the free throw line.
There are not as many people in this league that are as physical as guards and as quick as guards as Javia Samples. So the way that she can help this Model team is being able to play fast and able to keep Heard County on their heels all game.
Indeed. So Samples at the free throw line with an opportunity to get the first point on the board here for the Model Lady Devils. Shots on the way, and it rattles in. They got a point on the board there, Grayson. It's a 2-1 ball game in favor of Heard County.
We got to avoid the free throw jinxing like we did against Temple, man. That was bad.
One more free throw coming up here for Samples. Puts up the shot, and that one's going to rattle in. So we got a tie ball game with 5:02 left to go here in the first quarter of the ball game. Going to send it down to the left wing side. Heard County with the ball, puts up the shot, and that one's going to rattle in. Picking up the bucket there for Heard. Was that Beers with another bucket?
That was Beers, and she has all 4 for Heard County.
Marlowe trying to work out of the press here. Sanders with the ball, going to need some help. She is trapped, going to send it to Wood. Wood has got it, drives, baseline, kicks it out. There's Samples for 3 and drills it. Big-time shot from a big-time player. 5-4, the Lady Devils take their first lead of the ball game. Javia Samples, all 5 points here for the Model Lady Devils.
And she's not exactly known for her shooting ability, but she can shoot whenever she gets a chance. And if you leave her open, she'll make you pay.
3-ball miss from deep for Heard County. One and done trip. Model's got the ball. They send it left wing side to Samples. Up top to Sanders. Going to lob it to the right wing side. Sadie run for 3. Doesn't miss much from that area. Got a good look. Was a pretty good shot. Just a little bit off the mark. Here's Heard County. Ball deflected out of bounds by Samples. right now, Grayson, the Devils are up 5-4.
I think one thing that's noticed for me in this game is the fact that Model's been able to alleviate some of the pressure that Heard County is having. They've been able to break the press more effectively than they did at home.
Going to send it cross court. Heard County with the ball, driving, missing the shot. Betts is there, gets the rebound, tries to box out, and there's going to be a foul that's going to go against the Braves. I didn't see who they got on that one. Did you pick up the number there by chance?
I didn't see who they got, but I got the fact that these refs are going to let them play here in this ballgame.
Jump ball is going to be called, and we can't see the possession arrow where we're sitting right now.
It'll be in favor of Heard County, it looks like.
Oh, that's right. It's on the scoreboard. We can see it there. Well, anyway, Heard County going to inbound the ball. They survey the floor, kick it out to the top of the key, send it right wing side deep into the corner. Now back to the free throw line, makes a move inside and scores. That's going to be Majesty Ware's first bucket of the game, and Heard takes back a narrow lead. 6-5, 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Sasha Wood driving low block, scores. But that's going to be an offensive foul just before she made the bucket on Wood, so the bucket will not count, obviously.
Lowered the shoulder just a little bit. And one thing that catches me about this roster, you only have 2 seniors on this roster for Heard County. The girl that just made that layup down here, Majesty Ware, and one of their best players, Asia Kendall, are just freshmen.
Long shot from three-point land. That one's going to carry him across the rim. Rebound picked up by Sanders. It's a one-and-done trip there for Heard County. Wood across to Sadie Rotten on the right wing, picks up her dribble, needs help. Going to send it over to Sanders. Now she drives towards the free throw line, spins, gives it off to Betts, drives in, puts it up, and scores. August Betts gives her team the lead back 7-6. Lady Devils on top. Heard County with the basketball, going to bounce it to the slot on the right wing. Now to the free throw line, drives in, and she walks.
And so far, the Lady Devils are switching things up than they did last game. They're running this little dog defense that we see in a few games for them, and Model Boys run it as well, this little 2-1-2 that is able to prevent a lot of paint, that's able to prevent a lot of three-pointers and decent amount of paint touches.
The inbound pass from Cam Sanders was deflected out of bounds by Belle Emery. And so therefore Model will get ready to inbound again, greeted by that full court press. August Betts takes the pass, now gives it to Rotten. They break the press, send it right wing side. Now inside they get it to Rotten, and she travels after taking the feed from Betts. So it's coming right back to Heard County. This has been an intense first 6 minutes of basketball, hasn't it?
I mean, nobody's getting open. These buckets are going to be hard to come by in this game. I could see this game being ridiculously low scoring.
Heard County across the timeline. Kendall's got it. Going to send it to the right wing side. Gets it over to Lawson. Now back up top. Lawson fires the three, and that one's right through. Good looking shot there by Emma Lawson. Her first bucket of the game. Model going to work fast. Samantha Betts one-on-one underneath. Turns, gives it off, trying to get it to Sanders. I think it rolled between her legs, and the ball goes out of bounds on the sidelines on the near side. So this is coming back to Heard County, and they've got a 9-7 lead. You got to get a stop here. Do not want this Heard County team to grab some momentum here. Pass to the right wing side. They go inside, and scoring is going to be Majesty Ware, her second bucket, and the lead grows to 4. Model needs a bucket here, Grayson.
They do certainly have to get a bucket to stop this momentum just a little bit, enough where Heard County can't get as much separation.
Sadie Rotten trying to deliver, and she does. Knocking down the 3 ball. Sadie Rotten with the bucket, and now it's an 11-10 game in favor of Heard, and a block on the other end.
Looks like they'll get that on August. Just a little bit of a slap on the arm there. But as physical as the refs are going to let it go, the rest of the foul calls this game, I feel like that one was a little bit glaring there for the officials down there.
So a couple of shots coming up here for Belle Emery from the charity stripe. Right now, Braves lead 11-10. It's been a good first quarter of the ball game. That was going to be through. She'll get ready for her second. Now the score moves to 12-10. Going to be a couple of subs here for Model. Checking in, you're going to have Jada Wells and also Milan Howard. So one more free throw coming up here for Belle Emery from the charity stripe, of course. Goes through her routine, puts up the shot, and that was going to drop as well. So she makes them both, and now Heard County helps himself to a 3-point lead. Biggest lead of the game has been 4. Going to send it right wing side. Gets it over to Addie Mathis. Tries to pass. Ball gets knocked loose. Sasha Wood comes in for help. And Model retains possession off the glass and through for Wells after the feed there from Mathis. What a sequence there for Model.
And if you're Model, they're so incredibly deep, you can get a bunch of people on the floor because Model goes about 9-10 deep. So it gives them a lot. It can help save stamina down the stretch of this game.
A look was missed on the other end by Heard County. Model got the ball, brought it back the other way. It was tipped out of bounds there by Heard. So Model getting ready to inbound the ball from the far sidelines. The trigger in motion is going to be Samantha Betts. She'll bounce it into the backcourt where Sasha Wood is greeted by 2 Heard County defenders. And that's going to be another turnover for the Lady Devils as there's a traveling called, I believe, against Mathis. So this is coming back to Heard County. They will inbound into the backcourt. They get it to Emma Lawson. Lawson dribbles at the top of the key, feeds it off to the right wing. Now they dribble back up top, now to the left wing side. They'll drive in, puts it up, caroms across the rim. Rebound's taken by Wells. She'll feed it down low to Milan Howard, who's going to back up, reset the offense, gives it off to Betts. Betts now directing traffic at the point, going to kick it out to the right wing side, and it goes out of bounds. Kind of sailed on her, so this is coming back to Heard County with 37.2 seconds left on the clock, 35 seconds on the shot clock, so about a little over a 2-second differential there. Emma Lawson across the timeline, working her way across the Brave head at midcourt. Now dribbles up towards the top of the key, sends it right wing side. She surveys the floor. 19 seconds on the clock, shot up, and that one's going to rattle off the side of the rim. Battle for the rebound is won by Heard County. They'll back up. Now the shot clock is dark. Heard County with the ball, working around. 4 seconds on the clock, fires the 3, and that one's in. Big time shot. And Heard County scores again. I believe that was Emma Lawson again, wasn't it?
That was Emma Lawson. She has been able to find a lot of success this quarter here from the 3 ball.
We got to take a break. That's the end of the quarter. We're going to be back in 1 minute. Right now, Heard County leads at 16-12. We're back in 1.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Live coverage of Model basketball and the 6A Division I championships. We're still working with the radio station to see if we can get them up and running at some point, but we'll just keep rolling here on the video stream. But right now, Model's got the ball, and it's nearly stolen away. Betts hanging in there trying to retain possession. A jump ball is going to be forced. But right now, Grayson, the Braves are up 16-12, a 4-point lead here for the Braves as we're just underway with the second quarter.
And in that first quarter, Heard County had a lot of looks, but just was not able to capitalize off of them.
Lady Braves with the basketball and a 4-point lead. Now they're going to give it to the top of the key. 3 ball in the air, and that was going to rattle off the rim. Tracking down the rebound is Javia Samples. Gives it off to Wood. Wood across the timeline. Dribbles off to the right wing side. Now going to fire it up top. Gets it to Sanders. Fires the 3, and it's in. Big time shot by Cam Sanders. And the Lady Devils cut it to a 1-point game. 7:25 left to go second quarter. Heard County with the ball, going to try to work it to the left wing side, deflected. It stays with Heard, though. They drive baseline, put up a shot, miss. And Sanders, who just knocked down the 3, gets the rebound, gives it off to Wood. Nearly lost her footing there, fires it up top to Betts. Now left wing to Samples. The 3's in the air. High off the rim, won't go. Rebound by T.T. Lewis and the Lady Braves. Lewis going to work quick, fires it down low. They try to back their way in, bounce pass out around the perimeter, drives baseline, tries to send it back up top. They get it inside off the glass, won't fall. Sanders gets the rebound for Model. Now Sanders starts to drive. Going to work her way back between the circles. Now back up towards the top of key, around a screen set by August Betts. Now directing traffic. Picks up her dribble, gives it off to Wood, sets a screen for her. Wood dribbles left. Wood picks up her dribble, needs help, finds Betts on the left wing side. That's August Betts. Betts gonna fire it underneath to Sanders, backs off a defender and scores. Cam Sanders with 5, and Model has taken the lead 17-16 with 6:11 left to go in the second quarter of the ball game.
S.K. Evans tried to sell the flop, but
stolen away. JVS Samples has got the ball. Bounce pass to Wood off the glass. Too strong. Rebound. Put back. Won't go for Samples. Here's Pointer with the third try. It won't go. And the Braves pick up the basketball. Going to work quick the other way. They're going to send it to Beers on the left wing side. Now back up top. Now they'll set up their half-court offense. They send it the right wing, driving baseline, fires it underneath, in the paint, shot up and through. Another bucket there for Beers, her third bucket of the game, Grayson. Going to be some pressure here from Heard County. Sanders works her way across midcourt. Now going to bounce pass underneath to Pointer. The ball is going to roll off her foot and out of bounds. It's coming back to Heard County.
And if you're a Model, you seriously cannot afford these live ball turnovers, because Heard County is one of those teams where if they get any sort of momentum off of turnovers, they're going to capitalize and they're going to score in bunches.
So Heard County across the timeline. T.T. Lewis going to bounce it to the near side to a teammate. Now back to T.T., who starts to drive. Ball is going to be stripped by Pointer. Here comes Samples underneath, trying to scoop it in, and she does. JVS Samples having a big game here today. Just notched another bucket. And Models back to a 1-point lead, 19-18. Fire from underneath is through. Good looking shot from fairly deep for Beers. It was a long 2. And just like that, Heard County takes the lead back 20-19. The whistle and a foul, I believe, is going to go against the Model Lady Devils.
The crowd's starting to come alive just a little bit here in this game, and Model playing with a little bit more energy than they did last time against Heard County whenever they played at Woodard Gymnasium. And
to your point, Grayson, it was kind of a late arriving crowd, but we got a really good crowd on hand, and you mentioned tons of energy in this building right now. There's Pointer for a 2, and it's in. Eva Pointer with her first bucket of the game gives the Lady Devils the lead back. Been a ton of lead changes here in this first half. Braves with the ball at the top of the key. Now they're going to send it underneath. Bounce pass across the lane, picked off by Betts, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against the Braves. And you're right, this Lady Devils team has come out very aggressive in this basketball game.
I mean, you kind of have to, especially in a region championship. You have to come out more aggressive after you lost against them last game.
So the inbound pass goes to Samples, and she gets fouled immediately by number 32, I believe it was. Was it Pless or was it? Yep, it was, and she's going to take a break. But Sanders will inbound the ball here for the Lady Devils. Again, pressure here from Heard County as Model tries to pass out of it. They get it to Minshew with a pass from Pointer. Now they get it to the high post. Now back outside to Sanders. Back up top to Wood. Lost the handle for a second, but retains possession. Good recovery there for Wood. Wood with the ball, dribbles to the left wing side, drives baseline, puts it up, scores, and gets the contact. So she's going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point try, Grayson.
And what's amazing here for Model in this game is you have 2 freshmen on the floor. It'll be Savannah Minshew and Cam Sanders, who down the stretch of this season have been able to find a lot of playing time here in these late games. So this Lady Devils team is deep, and Coach Eccles trusts them.
Indeed. Sasha Wood at the free throw line, trying to convert the three-point play. Shot on the way. That's off the back of the rim. Sanders gets the rebound. The putback won't go. Ball loose on the floor. Kept in bounds by Heard County. And now they're going to bring it the other way. Dribbling with the ball is going to be S.K. Evans. They fire it over to the left wing side. Get it to Lawson. Now back up top they go. Start to drive. She traveled. No question about that. The official was right on top of it, and now the Lady Devils get ready to inbound the ball, and greeted by that full court press here from Heard County.
And Heard County's playing incredibly aggressive here during this first half of the game.
Wells takes the pass from Wood, now back to Wood. Wood dribbling with the ball, going to send it right wing side, gets it to Minshew, who drives towards the right wing side into the corner, kicks it out to Pointer for three. That's off the back of the rim, tries to track down on her own rebound and forced a little bit of contact there. Fouled Lawson, so that's going to be against Eva Pointer.
And that's a shot I feel like you can live with. She's been able to knock down a lot of long mid-ranges, and if you're wide open, shoot the ball.
Braves have got the ball. They start to drive towards the elbow, and a foul is going to be called. I think they got Wood on that one.
They did get Wood. From our angle, it kind of looked like she hit more ball than hand, but the ref saw it differently, so she'll be going to the line for two.
So 2 shots coming up here for Emma Lawson, and this will be the first trip to the charity stripe for Emma in the ball game. Been a few trips here for Heard County. She misses the first shot, gets ready for the second. And they've had a tough time overall in this game from the charity stripe. And right now the Lady Devils lead the game by 3, 23-20 over the Braves. Braves playing on their home floor tonight in the 6A-D1 championship game. She makes the second free throw. Model will inbound the ball. They get it to Rotten. She's trapped in the corner, needs some help. Got it from Minshew. Minshew's now trapped. She's going to need some help. And Coach Eccles called a very timely timeout. So we're going to do the same thing. Model Lady Devils 23, Braves 21. 2-point lead for the Lady Devils. We're back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Sorry, we had a little lapse in the commentary. I'm texting back and forth with our engineer at the radio station trying to figure out the problem at the radio station. But anyway, Model's going to turn over the ball. Heard County's got it. They bring it across the timeline, send it to the left wing side. Now back up towards the top of the key. Left wing, 3-ball in the air. That bounces high off the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's coming back to the Lady Devils.
Even though she missed it, Lawson is one of those girls. She already proved in the first quarter, you absolutely cannot afford to leave her open.
Minshew going to fire it over to Sadie Rotten. Rotten now gets it back to Minshew. Minshew starts to drive, lobs underneath the Wells, and it's going to be a turnover on the Lady Devils. They're coming back to Heard County. Heard County going to fire it off to the left wing side. They get it over to Lawson. First team all-region player. They kick it out right wing side. That's Evans. Now back to Lawson, back to Evans, fires the 3-ball, and that was going to be a little bit off the mark there for SK. And the ball goes out of bounds. So this is coming back to the Lady Devils. By the way, Model leads at 23-21 over the Braves. We're almost at halftime here of the 6A Division I championship basketball game. 2:23 left to go until halftime. This has been a phenomenal first half of ball.
Both teams turning the ball over just a little bit here in this game, but both teams have played pretty well outside of those turnovers. Heard County having a hard time dealing with the zone pressure of Model in the half court.
Samples with the basketball, 17 seconds on the shot clock. They feed it to Rotten, try to pass it inside. The ball's deflected, and the Braves come away with it. Now the Lady Braves going to work it back the other way. With the ball is going to be Lawson. Lawson sends it to the right wing corner. Now back around to Lawson, who dribbles back up top, feeds it off to TT Lewis. TT going to work towards the paint, feeds it back out. Evans for 3, that rattles off the rim, and Wells is there for the rebound for the Lady Devils. They'll bring it back the other way with a 2-point lead.
Heard County just cannot get a whole lot of open looks to go tonight.
A walk called against the Lady Devils, so this is coming back to Heard County. 1:34 left to go here in the half. T.T. Lewis takes the inbound pass at midcourt, brings it across the timeline. Now dribbles off the left wing, feeds it off to Lawson. She surveys the floor, now goes to work in the paint, feeds it right wing side, gets it over to a teammate, fires the long shot, misses, and the ball is going to ricochet off of one of the model players and goes out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Heard County. And so S.K. Evans surveys the floor, looking to send it in motion here on offense for Heard. They get it inside, shot off the inbound pass is missed, and it's batted out of bounds, but this time it was last touched by Heard County. So with 1:14 left to go here in the first half, it's coming back to the Lady Devils. And as we've seen throughout the entire game, pressure coming here from Heard County.
Model has done a really good job being able to manage it, though.
The whistle and a foul is going to go against T.T. Lewis. Bumped into one of the model players.
And I feel like if you're Heard, you're going to have to start giving Model different looks, because right now it feels like Model's breaking this press and drawing fouls a little too easy, something we didn't see last game whenever they played at Woodard.
Indeed. And right now we're going to see Cam Sanders at the free throw line for the first time of the game. Fires the first shot. It goes off the side of the rim, gets ready for her second. One more coming up for Sanders. And if she can make it a 3-point ball game in favor of the visiting Lady Devils here. 1 versus 2. Second shot on the way. That one's going to be in. And the Lady Devils do go on defense with a 3-point lead. 1 minute left to go here in the first half of play. Heard County with the ball. These two teams split in the regular season. Model won here at Heard County the first time they met, and then Heard County won at Model. One and done trip for Heard. Here come the Lady Devils back the other way. Addie Mathis has got the ball. Going to send it left wing side to Rotten, and she traveled as she was receiving the pass. So this is coming back to Heard County.
And I feel like that was an empty trip there for Model. You had Samantha Betts wide open on the backside, and then you have turning the ball over.
And so Heard County going to bring it up the floor. Asia Kendall's got it. She dribbles across midcourt, sends it left wing side. 35 seconds left to go on the clock here in the half. Evans has got the ball now to Lawson. Gives it back over to Kendall. Kendall at the top of the key, going to leave it off for teammate Ware. Ware just drives, gets blocked, but evidently some contact in front of the officials, so she's going to the free throw line. So 2 shots coming up here for Majesty Ware. She's a 5'9" freshman. Had a career high 17 points in the semifinal victory against Temple. 2 shots for her. First one's on the way, and that one rattles off the back of the iron. It will not go, so she gets ready for her second shot. One more free throw coming up here from Majesty Ware. Fires the shot, and that one's going to rattle in, and that'll make it a 2-point ball game. 24-22, shot clock is dark. Model's got the last possession here to work with. Addie Mathis has got the ball, gives it off to Javia Samples. Model looks like they're going to fight for the last shot of the half, leading at 24-22. They go to the left wing side, get it to Sadie Rotten. Up top to Betts, had an open look, decides to drive, gets blocked, put back, won't go, and a heave at the end of the half, and Model's going to have the lead, but a narrow one as everybody goes to their respective locker rooms. So your score at halftime, Model 24, Heard County Braves playing at home 22. So 24-22, good first half for both teams, huh?
I feel like it was a good first half from both teams. Model was able to calm down a little bit of the momentum that Heard had whenever Model was turning the ball over and able to get some offense going to half court, draw some fouls. Overall, I felt like Model, you can go into the locker room feeling good about yourself. I mean, you look at, well, not necessarily feeling good about yourself, but if you look at the way that they lost at Woodard Gymnasium, it was an embarrassing loss. You look at the fact that they turned the ball over so many times in the game. They've been able to control that just a little bit. So I feel like if you're the Lady Devils going to the locker room, you can have a little bit of instilled confidence going into the second half.
Indeed. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to be back for our halftime show after a 3-minute break. You are watching live coverage of high school hoops here on Northwest Georgia Media's video stream. We'll be back in 3.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
We welcome you back into live coverage here of Model Basketball and the live stream here produced by Northwest Georgia Media. We're glad you are with us. And we do want to let you know the crew that's involved in the broadcast for you today. Midcourt cameras, you've got Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy. Replay tonight, Nathan Patterson. Director is Mike Garrett. Play-by-play courtesy of WLAQ tonight. I'm Matt Davis alongside Grayson Atkins, who's doing an internship with us at the radio station this year and doing a fine job as always. Enjoy hanging out with you today, man, and calling the game with you. And normally at this point in time, we'd be thanking Lynn Butler back at the studio, but we haven't been able to connect to the radio broadcast for the entirety of the first half of the ball game. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get with them tonight, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we're glad to be able to bring you commentary here on the video tonight of these championship games. And it was a great first half here between the Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves. We're at halftime, and right now Model with a 24-22 lead, back and forth contest throughout the first half. A bunch of lead changes throughout the half. It was super exciting, but now we're going to run down the scoring there from the first half. We're going to start with the Heard County Lady Braves. They would pick up 8 points from Emma Beers. 7 points from Emma Lawson, 2 points for Belle Emery, and 5 points for Majesty Ware off of the bench there. As we told you, she's just a freshman, scored 17 points in the semifinals, so they're going to have her for 3 more years after this. Meanwhile, for the Model Lady Devils, they really spread the ball around. Very unselfish play there in the first half of the basketball game. And to that point, Grayson, they would have 7 players that would end up in the scorebook there in that first half. And they'd pick up 2 points apiece for Sasha Wood, August Betts. Also, Eva Pointer had 2, as well as Jada Wells. 3 points for Sadie Rotten. And the 2 leading scorers, Grayson, for Model would have been Cam Sanders and then also Javia Samples. Cam Sanders had 6, Javia had 7 points. So again, spreading the ball around, had 7 players that scored, played really good defense. All in all, I thought it was a really nice first half there by the Model Lady Devils.
And Javia and Cam Sanders down the stretch, most likely going to be the X factors here for Model. Those are 2 Model players that really have a lot of production, provide a good amount on defense, and offense. Cam Sanders is an excellent rebounder, and we've seen Javia the past 3 years. One of the most aggressive defenders we've seen, one of the best defenders we've seen, and she has an incredible motor.
Indeed she does. Well, we got 3 minutes until we start the second half, so we better catch our breath one more time. Let's take a 2.5-minute break. Again, we're getting ready for the second half of the Region 6 Class A Division I Region Championship game tonight. It's going down here in Franklin County, Georgia. And we're glad to bring you live coverage if you couldn't make it to the game. Let's step out for 2.5 minutes. We're back for the second half after these messages.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP Lithium-Ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP Lithium-Ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
All right, welcome you back to live coverage here of the 6A-D1 championship game, and we get ready for the Model Lady Devils to inbound the ball as we get ready to start our second half with a 2-point lead, 24-22. Cam Sanders sends it in the backcourt, and Sasha Wood handles the ball, trying to work around a pick set by Betts, sends it over to Cam Sanders across the timeline. Sanders back to Wood. Now she'll start to drive, stops it around the free throw line, fires it back out to Javius Samples, who drives, puts it up on 2 defenders, misses the shot. The putback won't go for Sanders, but Grayson, we got Cam Sanders going to the free throw line with potentially the first points of the half here for Model. Let's see what happens.
And Heard County is so much pressure, and whenever you bring a lot of pressure, that can open up a lot of lanes. That's something we didn't see at Woodard, so Lady Devils are making crazy good adjustments.
Knocks down the first free throw, does Cam Sanders, and that's the first bucket here of the second half of the ball game. Model increases their lead to 3. 25-22, second shot, and that one's through as well. Big time shots from the free throw line there from Cam Sanders, the freshman. And now Heard County works it off the left wing side, now dribbles back up towards the top of the key, tries to send it underneath, picked off by August Betts, and a traveling called against the Lady Devils. So they picked up a turnover and then turned it right back over to Heard County. And so the Braves set to inbound the ball. Evans surveys the floor, is going to lob it inside, and the ball's picked off. Pointer comes out with it, gives it to Wood. Bounce pass to Sanders here on the near side, dribbles off to the right wing, fires it back up top. Now Wood handling the ball, goes to the top of the key, gives it off to a cutting Sanders, gives it to Pointer. Jump shot is through. First field goal of the second half is from Eva Pointer.
And Model is they've been able to draw already 2 turnovers here in this first half.
3 ball on the other side is missed. Long rebound picked up by Cam Sanders, and Model looks to build on this 3-0 run here. Model leads at 28-22, biggest lead of the game for Model. And a whistle goes against the Lady Devils. Fans in blue didn't like that call, did they, Grayson?
It kind of looked like a ghost screen. It looked like Heard County got tripped up instead of actual contact.
Ball is stolen away. Pass is picked off by Pointer. Woods got the ball, works it across the midcourt stripe, now drives right into the lane, scoops it up, misses. Here's the putback from Samples. She doesn't get the shot, but Grayson, another opportunity coming up here for the Lady Devils at the free throw line.
And Model has jumped on Heard County here in this first half, and they're such a good offensive rebounding team. They have the length and the size to do it on both ends of the glass.
All right, I understand we're back up and running on the radio side of things. So we want to thank Lynn Butler back at the studio, also our engineer Dustin Sledge for helping us get back up and running there. So welcome in to our radio listeners to the broadcast. It's been an interesting technical night as far as the electronic stuff. Sometimes the setting gets out of whack and throws everything off. Second shot's on the way. That was going to be off the back of the iron. It's missed, so 2 misses from the free throw line. Here comes Heard County back the other way. They're going to dribble baseline, kicking it back out. Evans has got it, sends it back left wing side to Lawson. Now to the top of the key. TT is going to fire it right wing side to Evans, and the pass is deflected out of bounds by Heard County, coming back to the Lady Devils.
This zone is already causing problems. We just saw them ran the same zone, that little 2-1-2, also known as dog. The Lady Devils are switching it up, and it's causing havoc. They're able to get in the passing lanes, and overall Heard County just cannot get any looks right now.
Samples with the ball, dribbling right. Nearly has her pocket pick, recovers, gives it off to Wood. Wood dribbles out the left wing side, surveys the floor, finds Betts. Betts will reset the offense for the Lady Devils, get things running. Here's Wood. She'll back up between the circles. Finds Betts back on the left wing side. She'll drive baseline, fires it strong off the backboard, misses her shot. Cleans it up, though, and makes her second look. Betts has got 2 buckets, Grayson. Model up to a 30-22 lead. Shot on the other end is through. Knocking down the shot was TT Lewis. She makes a 3, cuts it to a 5-point game. Model was up by 8. Here comes Wood, back the other way, quick. Fires it off the backboard, goes off the side of the rim. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. I think they got Wood on that one.
And that was a 3-on-1 opportunity there for Model. We saw it a little bit in the first half, just not looking down the floor, and it will ultimately cost them there in that possession.
And so SK Evans is set to set things in motion here for this Heard County offense. Lady Devils with a 30-25 lead. 5:33 left to go in the third quarter of the ball game. They send it left wing side. Now dribble towards the lane, puts up the shot, misses. Ball is going to bounce out of bounds. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called against SK Evans.
And that was a little off-ball foul. I wouldn't think it's a frustration foul, just trying to get to the ball and try to get it out of bounds, and just a little overly aggressive there on that play.
I think you're right. Sanders surveys the floor. Here's that pressure from Heard County that we've seen the entire game. Pointer going to fire it over to Betts. Now to Samantha Betts from her sister August. Samantha on the right wing now feeds it back over to August. August is going to try to dribble around the screen, gives it off to Sanders. Sanders now with the feed to Samples, feeds it underneath to Pointer. Trying to get an open look underneath. The ball's deflected out of bounds here by Heard County. It's going to stay with the Lady Devils on their end of the floor. So Samantha Betts surveys the floor, triggers it in motion, gets it to August, drives in, strong move, rolls in. August Betts knocks one down after taking the feed from her sister. And now the Lady Devils are back to a 7-point lead, and they've got a 3-point opportunity here with August Betts standing at the free throw line. So Betts goes through her routine, takes a deep breath, fires the free throw, and that one bounces high off the rim, deflected out of bounds by Sanders. It's coming back to the Braves, but Model leads this by 7 points.
They've been able to get some decent momentum here in the first 3 minutes of this game, and Heard County just can't knock down any shots.
Had a quick look there. Defense closed on it, and that's going to be a foul against Heard County. It's coming back to the Lady Devils.
Giving Heard County a little bit of the taste of their own medicine they gave Model at Woodard Gymnasium.
Betts gives it to Pointer. They pass around the press. Here's Samples underneath, covered up by Evans. Fires it to Pointer, who was cutting towards the basket, misses the shot. Here's a three from Sanders after the feed from Betts, misses the shot. Pointer collects another rebound. Ball loose on the floor. Samples has got it now. She'll back up, reset the offense here for Model with 4.5 left to go in the third quarter. Model leads at 32-25. Model with the ball on the right wing side. Going to bounce it out to Betts. Betts dribbles back towards the top of the key, spins around, gives it off to Pointer. Pointer drives the lane, puts it up, misses off the side of the rim. Rebound picked up by Kendall. Heard County comes back the other way, trailing by 7. Coast to coast, Kendall lost the handle and ended up with the ball was Model. August Betts was trying to draw the charge there. Javius Samples with the ball here for Model at the top of the key. Now going to leave it off for Betts on the right wing side, close to the slot. Now gives it off to Sanders, lobs underneath to Pointer, who is cutting towards the basket, and the ball was deflected out of bounds by Heard County. Grayson it's staying with the Lady Devils.
And even though Heard County has come really close to being able to Model turn the ball over, just not enough. The ball keeps on going out on Heard, and it's given the Lady Devils more possessions.
So Samantha Betts defeated in motion here for the Model Lady Devils. They lead it by 7. They get it inside to Samples. Samples starts to dribble towards the top of the key and around a screen from August Betts. Feeds it right wing side to Samantha Betts. Back to August. Fans wanted a foul. Betts drives in, puts it off, goes off the side of the backboard. Rebound picked up there by the Braves. Lady Braves come back the other way. T.T. Lewis going to drive coast to coast. Little runner rattles off the rim. Putback won't go for Lewis. She draws contact. So we're going to see T.T. Lewis go into the free throw line for the second time of the game. And 2 shots coming up for T.T. 3:21 left to go. We are in the third quarter of this ball game. Region 6 Class A Division I Championship. Shot is up and through. TT knocks down her first free throw of the pair, and that's the first make from the stripe for her tonight. She was 0 of 2 before that stroke. One more coming up for Lewis. Fires the second free throw. That was going to rattle off the rim. Betts, August Betts is there for the rebound. She'll work it up the floor for the Lady Devils across the timeline. Feeds it off to her sister Samantha. Samantha working around a screen from August. Now back to August up top. August Betts with the ball, trying to give it to a cutting Rotten. Ball is going to be deflected away and stolen by the Braves. They'll bring it back the other way. T.T. Lewis across the midcourt stripe, fires it left wing side. They try to pass it up top, stolen away off the deflection. Betts is going to go coast to coast, has her pocket picked. Kendall comes out with it. Man, this is some kind of action in this game. Evans in the corner, decided not to shoot the three. T.T. Lewis has got the ball, drives in. Little runner is missed. Rebound picked up by Jada Wells. Samples has got the ball across the center court stripe for the Model Lady Devils with 2:30 left to go in this frenetically paced third quarter of the ball game. This has been intense action in this one, no question. Samples with the ball at midcourt. Now tries to work around a screen from Wells. A heave underneath the Betts. Great ball movement. Corner three for Rotten. Bounces high off the rim. Put back won't go for Wells. And the Braves come out with the ball with 2:05 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Devils lead at 32-26.
And it feels like the ball is just flying everywhere on the floor right now.
Drive on the other end by Heard County, and
one thing I do know, this Model Blue has shown up real well for being almost 2 hours away.
Oh man, this is a big crowd, and it was interesting because you and I were talking before we went on the air. It looked like it was going to be a sparse crowd, and everybody came in late. It was probably having to drive so slow because of the fog everybody encountered on the way in, which is ridiculous. Kendall makes the first free throw, gets ready for the second.
The fog getting down here was and it was raining too. Goodness gracious, that was rough.
Hopefully that fog's going to lift before we pack up the studio in the box and head back to Floyd County. Second shot on the way is through. Two big makes from the free throw line by Asia Kendall, and that cuts it to a 4-point ball game. Model is led by as many points as 8 in this game, and now it's cut to 4. Samantha Betts gives it off to Samples. Now back up top, gets it to Sanders. They go inside to Wells. Now she kicks it out. 3-ball in the air off the side of the rim for Sanders. I thought that was going to go when it left her hands. T.T. Lewis, coast to coast, gets clobbered. So they didn't give up an easy bucket to her. Some well-earned free throws coming up, though, for T.T. Lewis. And Lewis just knocked down a couple just moments ago that cut this to a 4-point ball game. So Lewis puts up another one. She's on a roll from the free throw line here in the third quarter.
Yeah, cutting off what we said a minute ago, I wish sometimes the region tournament was back at North Murray Wood. I mean, you can make a Buc-ee's pit stop after the game.
That's a duly noted. That's a good point. Second shot on the way is through. And now Model's going to bring it back up the floor, now only leading by 2 points here in this game. Just moments ago, they had led by as many as 7. They feed it underneath. Wells, oh, they needed that big time. And a great feed from Sanders, and the finish there from Wells. Boy, they needed that bucket. 34-30, Model on top by 4. Evans with the ball here for Heard County to give it to a cutting Lawson, and the ball was peeled away by the Lady Devils, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Heard County. And this is, I know you pointed this out a bunch of times, what a lively crowd we're getting here for this one. This is exciting.
Yeah, and to me, this Heard County student section has been pretty loud. Shannon, you can't do that. I've never seen a student section as good as Providence Christian 2 years ago, but they certainly came to scream tonight.
Indeed they did. Couple free throws coming up here for Javia Samples. She's 2 of 4 from the stripe tonight. First one on the way, and that one's through. Barely caught the back of the rim. It was almost nothing but net. And now Model increases their lead back to 5, 35-30 with 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. It's been a big-time ball game. Second shot coming up here from Samples. It's in the air, and that one is through. 2 big makes for Javia Samples from the stripe, and now the Lady Devils have answered her back to a 6-point lead. Turnover for Heard County, got out of control on the other end, and Grayson threw it out of bounds.
I mean, just a little errant pass there, a little bit too far in front, and the Devils have been able to make Heard County turn the ball over a whole lot more than they did last game.
Samantha Betts with the ball as Model's able to pass out of the press. Sanders at the top of the key, gonna lob it underneath, gets it to Wells, off the glass! What a pass, what a move, what a shot. The Lady Devils back up by 8, 38-30, 39 seconds left to go in the third frame. Kissed off the glass through on the other side there by Kendall, the freshman, and she's got an opportunity for a 3-point play as she also drew the contact. A lot of poise right there by the freshman, and the answer there for Heard County when they really needed a bucket. She stepped up big. That cut it back to 6. trying to stop that momentum for the Model Lady Devils. Misses the free throw, though, does not convert the three-point play. Javia Samples with the ball on the other end, gives it off to Cam Sanders. Sanders spins around, now works it off to the right wing side, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Kind of raised that elbow a little bit as she started to move. Fans on this side in blue did not like the call.
Just a lot of physical contact there on that drive, and the refs thought of it as a little shoulder bump.
All right, going to be a foul on the other side. And they're going to get Jada Wells with that one for the Model Lady Devils. Lady Devils lead at 38-32, 16.1 seconds in the shot clock dark here in the third quarter of the ball game. Free throws coming up here for Majesty Ware. And her first shot's on the way, and that one's going to rattle off the rim. She'll get ready for a second. So one more coming up for Majesty Ware, the 5'9" freshman. And her second shot's in the air. That's off the back of the rim. Wells tracks down the rebound here for the Lady Devils, and Samples has got it across the midcourt stripe, leaves it for Sadie Rotten. Rotten with the basketball, dribbling between the circles, is going to need help, gives it off to Samples. Samples starts to drive to the low block, strong move, scores off the glass. Javia Samples right before the buzzer to end the third quarter. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, the Model Lady Devils, well, they got an 8-point lead going into the final frame, and we'll be back for it after a 1-minute break.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
County with the ball as we started the final frame here. Model leads it by 8, 40-32 is your score. And we welcome you back to live coverage here of the 6A Division I Championship, whether you're listening on the radio or watching the live stream. I think we're back on the radio now, but right now Heard County with the ball. They work it into the paint, kick it out the left wing side. Shot is missed. Now a heave underneath the bucket, hitting the bottom of the backboard and drawing the contact. We're going to see more free throws coming up here from Heard County. And going to the line this time is going to be Emma Beers. And we have not seen her at the free throw line here in this ball game yet for Heard County, but she's got 2 coming up now, and she knocks down the first one, gets ready for a second. That cuts it back to a 7-point game.
What's crazy is Heard County only has 1 senior on the floor right now. The rest of them are sophomores and freshmen, so this is going to be a group that we're going to see for years to come.
Second free throw is going to be missed as well, and Pointer's got the ball, feeds it up top to Sasha Wood. Now back around to Javia Samples. The lob underneath to Wells. They went back to the well, and they cashed in again. Jada Wells knocks down another bucket. They found something there underneath with Wells.
Went back to the well. I love it.
Ball is kicked out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Heard County. Model is out to a 42-33 lead. So I believe, Grayson, this is the biggest lead of the game for Model.
I feel like it's the biggest lead of the game for both teams.
Scoop shot is missed. Maybe another look coming up for Heard County. Little runners on the way, and that one's going to rattle in. I believe that shot was made by Asia Kendall.
It was, and for a freshman, she has so much poise.
We're going to take another timeout. Timeout on the floor. 7:02 left to go in the ball game. 42-35. Model leads it by 7. We're back in 30.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
All right, we welcome you back into live coverage of the 6A Division I title game. It's championship night tonight in this particular region, and this has been exactly what you would hope for in a championship game. This has been a super exciting ball game, and this is one of those ones that potentially could go down to the wire. But right now, the Model Lady Devils, they got a 7-point lead with 7:02 left to go in the ball game. 42-35, but a 7-point lead against this Heard County team is certainly, by no stretch of the imagination, a safe lead. A lot of ball left to play in this one. Sanders going to give it to Samples. Still pressure here from the Braves, but Model is able to, well, nearly pass out of it. They do. Good recovery there for Pointer. Pointer's got the basketball here from Model. Sends it right wing side to Samples. Goes back up top to Sanders. Sanders surveys the floor. Is going to leave it off to Javia Samples, who's going to go to work. Gives it off to Wood. Wood now working around a screen from Pointer. Picks up her dribble. And that's going to be a violation there that goes against Model, so it's coming back to Heard County.
My ideal championship game is the storylines are amazing. Two great teams that can highly ranked.
Heard County misses the shot. Model picks up the rebound, brings it back the other way. Sanders has got it dribbling on the near sidelines. Sanders surveys the floor, finds Samples. She'll dribble off towards the right wing side, goes baseline, and gets fouled. I believe that was on the floor, though. And they are going to get Emma Beers with the foul, and Model should inbound underneath their own basket here in a few moments. And right now, surveying the floor is going to be Sasha Wood, who will trigger things in motion here for this Model offense in just a couple of moments. But right now, Wood still looking for the open player. Just got the ball from the official, fires it up top. Leaping up to grab it was Samples. Samples with the ball, starts to drive, gives it to Pointer from the elbow and in. Eva Pointer with her third bucket of the game. Models out to a 44-35 lead. Fast on the other end, shot up and through after a nice feed. Emery comes up with the finish. Model set to inbound the ball, pressure, got her trapped, peels away the basketball, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Wood. And I think Wood's got 4 fouls.
Down the stretch of this game, you're going to have players into foul trouble just because naturally the game is a whole lot more physical. People are going to start getting more physical on the rebounding. It's just going to be a lot of fouls going on here in the last stretch of the game.
Evans set to inbound the ball here for Heard County. They trail by 7 in this game. Right now, T.T. Lewis has got the basketball at the top of the key, decides to fire the 3. That one's off the side of the rim, and battle ensues to try to get the ball, and the official points in Model's direction. So that was deflected out of bounds there by Heard County. It's coming back to Lady Devils. So Lady Devils with an opportunity here. Their biggest lead of the game has been 9 on a couple of occasions. Right now they lead by 7. Samantha Betts trips on the floor. Ball rolls out of bounds. It's coming back to Heard County. So we get ready for S.K. Evans to inbound the ball for Heard. The Lady Braves with the basketball between the circles. T.T. Lewis going to drive towards the free throw line. Leaves it off for Lawson, who's here on the near side slot. Now back to Lewis, dribbles behind her back, backs up, now works inside, puts it up. That rattles off the rim, poked free, and into the hand of Sanders. Model's got the ball. Model, by the way, leads the game 44-37. Sanders going to leave it off to Samples, and she'll set up the half-court offense. They send it right to Rotten underneath to Wells, and guess what? Through the bucket. They find her again. She's got 10 points.
And she's been the X factor here for Model. We said it was going to be Cam Sanders and Javia Samples. So far, it's been Jada Wells.
And now Sanders has got the ball after a missed shot on the other end by Heard County. Gives it off to Sadie Rotten. Rotten going to send it up top to Samantha Betts. Now back around to Javia Samples. Samples now dribbles off towards the right wing, backs up between the circles, gives it off to Sadie Rotten. 15 seconds on the shot clock. There's Sanders with a long two. Left that one a little bit flat off the front of the rim, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Wells as she was working on Asia Kendall. Man, this has been some kind of ball game. Right now, Model leads it by 9, though. 46-37 is the score. Bringing up the floor is going to be T.T. Lewis. Lewis across the stripe, sends it right wing. 3 ball in the air, and that was money. Asia Kendall knocks down a big 3 to cut it back to a 6-point game. 46-40 your score. Model on top, 4:15 left to go in the championship ball game. We're back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Welcome back into live coverage of high school hoops on championship night. 6A Division I championship girls side of things. We got the boys coming up in just a little bit, but there's still a lot of more action to go in this one. Model and Temple will fight for the boys championship, but we got to battle our hands in this one. Ball is deflected. It's going to stay with Model, though. They'll try to get it in out of the backcourt. Sanders nearly carried there. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Eccles, and Model needs this timeout to regroup a little bit. Got a little out of sorts there for a second, but right now Model leads the game. We're going to keep it here through this timeout by a score of 46-40. This is just a short timeout here, and again, just an unbelievable ball game. We do want to let you know that our coverage tonight is presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. Also our other fine sponsors, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus on the video side. Radio sponsors tonight. We've got Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales as always, Sylvan Learning Center, Quick Lane at Courtesy Ford, and Ware Mechanical. Again, Model leads it out of the timeout, 46-40. Going to feed it in the backcourt to Javia Samples. Samples going to work around a defender. Nearly had her pocket picked. There to bail her out was Wells. To the corner to Rotten, and she finally hits. Sadie Rotten, who'd missed a couple of looks earlier in the game, was real close, and that time right on the money. Knocks down the 3 ball. Model back to a 9-point lead, and Heard County just turned it over. It's coming back to the Lady Devils.
Charging foul, actually.
Absolutely.
It'll be on, looks like Kendall.
So Asia Kendall picks up the charge, and now the Lady Devils are going to bring it back up the floor. Wells going to give it to Samples. Samples is going to fire it over to Sanders. Sanders dribbles up towards the top of the key, surveys the floor, finds Rotten. She's heating up. That's off the side of the rim, won't go. Put back for Sanders is missed, and there was also a foul that was charged just before the shot.
Just a little bit of the shoulder there on that. Sometimes you can let that go, but the refs down the stretch are gonna have to call that one.
3 ball on the other end. That one caroms off the rim. Rebound picked up by Samantha Betts, who is in good position there to grab the ball. Sanders across the timeline, now works between the circles, gives it to Samantha Betts on the right wing. Back around the left wing side to Sadie Rotten. She'll pick up her dribble, sends it to Samples on the left wing. Now back to Rotten. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Model leads at 49-40 in this girls' championship. They're going to get it to Sanders from the free throw line. Fires, misses the shot. Tracking down the rebound was Emma Beers for Heard County, and now the Lady Braves go back the other way in the hands of Kendall. Kendall gives it off to Lewis. Lewis dribbles up towards the top of the key. Team split the season series. Model trying to get the upper hand in this one. Scoop shot missed. Wells got the rebound, but a jump ball is forced. Possession arrow is bringing it back to the Lady Devils.
One thing that has really hurt Heard County down the stretch of this game is not being able to make those key shots, and Model's been able to capitalize and make their own shots on their end.
Indeed. Cam Sanders set to set it in motion. Full court press here from Temple. And this time the press got to him. Pass is stolen away. Lawson with the ball, backs up, fires the three. That's high off the backboard. Put back on the scoop is going to go there for Emma Beers, who's having a big game. And that's going to cut it back to a 7-point ball game. Timeout on the floor. Model leads it 49-42 over Heard County here in the girls' championship. We're back for more after a 30-second break.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Back into live coverage of the Region 6 Class A Division 1. And for some reason, every now and then, I have a hard time getting all that out. As you just heard just then, it wasn't pretty, but we got it done. But right now, the Model Lady Devils come out of the timeout with a 49-42 lead here in the championship game. 2:15 left in it. And last year, Model went to Murray County, lost the championship game up there to Murray County, and trying to get it done here tonight. Model Lady Devils with the basketball. Going to work around the press, pass out of it. They get it to Pointer. Pointer's on the right wing side, kind of near the slot. Gives it up top to Samples. Samples is going to back up between the circles, gives it over to Wood. Now the left wing side, there's Rotten for three and in. Knocks down her second three of the game. And I tell you what, man, she really loves that corner on that wing.
Ice in her veins with that one.
Shot up and missed there for Heard County. They got the rebound, though. Here's the three ball on the other end and knocks it down. Asia Kendall knocks down her second three here of the fourth quarter of the ball game, and that cuts it back to a 7-point game with 1:37 left to go here in the game. Model leads at 52-45. Let's step out for 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Welcome you back live from Franklin, Georgia. Championship hoops tonight. This game decides who wins this region. Both teams playing here tonight by virtue of winning their semifinal games and the power rankings. However, that stuff is involved, I believe, will definitely get home games in the playoffs coming up next week. State tournament begins next week, but right now they got to settle the score. Who's going to be the region championship winning team tonight? Models on top by 7 with 1.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Sadie Rotten on the right wing side, feeds it back to Javia Samples. Now around to Wood. Wood starts to drive to that left wing corner, feeds it back up to Samples, goes into the backcourt. Evidently it was deflected by a Brave, so Model brings it from the backcourt back into the front court. Samples handling the ball, gives it over to Wood. Now to Sadie Rotten on the left wing to Sanders, post up, puts it up, misses the shot. The putback is going to go there by Eva Pointer, and she is going to go to the free throw line after drawing the contact. So they got a three-point opportunity, and this is huge right here because this can give Model a 10-point lead if she can knock down this free throw.
And that notch real close to into the shot clock. Model lucky that Eva Pointer is able to get that offensive rebound, and that is what has really helped them towards the end of this game.
Free throw is off the rim, so it'll stay single digits with under a minute to go, but Model up by 9 points. Heard County with the ball on the left wing side. They're going to feed it up top, going to drive the lane. T.T. Lewis with the little runner and scores. Heard County trying not to panic down by this amount with under a minute to go. Comes up with a good bucket there. Here's Samples with the ball, dribbles across the timeline, starts to drive baseline, fires it up top. Sanders for three off the back of the rim. It won't fall. The ball's deflected out of bounds by Pointer. It's coming back to Heard County. We've got 31.9 seconds left to go. The shot clock is dark the rest of the way. Here comes Heard County. Left wing side, Lawson with three. That's off the side of the rim. That would have been a big bucket for them. Fouled underneath is going to be Asia Kendall, who's going to the free throw line.
And Heard County probably should have fouled there on that possession just to save a little bit of time. But luckily, Model's able to miss on one end.
So 2 shots coming up for Asia Kendall. First team all-region player standing at the free throw line. Model Lady Devils trying to secure this game. Samantha Betts checks in for Sasha Wood. That must have been her 5th foul. I had her with 4. So Wood checks out here for the last time in a ball game. And here's the first free throw. That one, or the free throw, rattles off the rim. It won't go. Ball is loose on the floor. Picked up by Asia, puts it up, misses the shot. 15 seconds on the clock. Second shot won't go. Pointer gets a big rebound right there from Model. And Coach Eccles calls a timeout here as it looks like Model is getting ready to have a little bit of a celebration. Grayson, the folks here in blue, you can hear them getting louder. They're starting to feel it, aren't they?
11.9 seconds, you're up 7. It's going to be ridiculously hard for Heard County to even notch a bucket. They're going to probably foul immediately, maybe make one on the other end, call their final timeout. But right now, it's looking like sweet victory here for the Model Lady Devils.
Wow. Well, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, but of course, you know, these two teams have met a couple of times during the regular season. The first time it was a win on the road for Model here in this very gym, 46-44. That was back in December on the 10th. And then the last time they would face each other was at Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School. And Model kind of let that one get away from them, had some uncharacteristic turnovers in that game. It was a tough night. They lost 58-35, but it looks like they may get the deciding game in the season series, so to speak, and pick up a championship here tonight, barring something crazy happening here in the final seconds. And we're about to see everything unfold here in just a few moments. 11.9 left on the clock. You do have free throws coming up here for Kendall, who stands at the charity stripe.
I don't think we're going to see a Tracy McGrady type of situation here in this, but you never know. I could be wrong. And
right now, discussion between the officials and Sally Eccles as Kendall stands at the free throw line. Discussion continues. A lot of pointing taking place here from the Model Blue Devils fans here in attendance as the discussion continues. And now we get ready for a shot here.
One shot?
One shot.
That's...
All right, Kendall stands at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot. Shot on the way, and that one is in.
I've never heard of the one-shot rule in my life.
And as Model was getting ready to inbound the ball, we had another timeout that took place. And so 28 point, well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Model Lady Devils up 54-48. We'll be back for the final seconds of the game after a quick 30-second break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
We welcome you back in live here. We are in Franklin, Georgia and here at the home court of the Heard County Braves tonight. And right now the Lady Devils have got a 6-point lead, trying to secure this victory. And it's been really interesting down the final stretch of the game, but Lady Devils looking to hang on. Right now they got a 6-point, 2-score lead here in the ball game. So should be in pretty good shape, but cannot turn the ball over right now. They're going to bounce it in, get it to Bet. She gets absolutely hammered by Emma Lawson here on the near sidelines. And gets knocked nearly into the bleachers. That was an extremely hard foul against Lawson. So it'll be interesting to see.
Goodness gracious, that was Ray Lewis material foul.
Man, all right, well, Cam Sanders is going to inbound the ball here. They're going to get it into Sadie Rotten. Rotten tries to get it over to Sanders, and there is the foul. Man, this has been a wild last minute of this ball game.
I mean, I've never heard of the one-shot rule, and I don't think I've ever seen a foul that hard in the last seconds of the game. I mean, that was just a ridiculously hard foul.
Sadie Rotten is at the free throw line, going to try to ice this game. Right now, Model has got a 6.2 score lead. First shot on the way, and that one rattles in. That was huge, because now with 26.5 seconds left on the clock, it is now officially a 3-score lead here for the Model Lady Devils. And I know this Heard County team is really good. Some wild things happen in basketball games, so that's going to be hard to overcome. Second shot on the way for Rotten, knocks it down. Ice water in her veins. Sadie Rotten's come up with a couple of big 3-point shots down the stretch in the fourth quarter, as well as a couple of really pivotal free throws trying to ice this game. That was huge. Here comes T.T. Lewis with the ball for Heard County, fires the 3. That one's off the mark, goes out of bounds. It's coming back to Lady Devils, and now they can really feel it.
I think it's starting to settle in. It's not over until the clock hits 0, but this is almost – Heard County's almost dead to rights at this point in terms of coming back. So you can really smell the victory coming on for the Lady Devils.
Pressure still coming here from Heard County. They've not waved the white flag yet. Ball nearly stolen as Pointer is knocked to the floor. And boy, this has been some really hard fouls by Heard County down the stretch. And Coach Eccles is wanting the technical, I think. And looking back at the foul that you saw against Samantha Betts, basically getting rammed into the bleachers, and then this other previous hard foul. Not questioning the officials, but I can certainly see the argument being made. But Eva Pointer is standing at the free throw line, trying to put a little bit more distance on the scoreboard, and she knocks down the free throw. 57-48. This one's in the books, but the final score, folks, no coming back from this with 16.7 seconds left to go. This would make it double digits. And it does not. It looks like somebody may have stepped in the lane there, so perhaps you're going to see some more action from the free throw line.
They called a technical foul.
They sure did. So a technical foul is called against Heard County, and now Sanders is standing all alone at the free throw line. Try to knock down a couple of free throws. Model will have the ball, and hopefully just be able to dribble out the remaining seconds of the ball game and celebrate a region championship victory here tonight. What a ball game this has been. What an effort this has been from the Model Lady Devils. And second shot is through from Sanders. That makes it 59-48. And again, after the technical foul, Model Lady Devils are going to have the basketball. And you would think at this point, up 59-48, 11-point lead, that Heard County might just let the Lady Devils dribble it out, but not so much. Ball is nearly stolen away.
And then another technical foul.
Wow.
Goodness gracious, things are getting real chippy down the stretch.
So more free throws coming up here for the Lady Devils. It looks like Sadie Rotten is going to take these shots. She's knocked down 2 in a row here in the fourth quarter. So 2 more coming up for her. With 13.6 left to go, she knocks down another one. That's 3 in a row for Sadie. And now the score is 60-48, a 12-point lead here for the Lady Devils. Knocks down another one. 4 in a row there for Sadie Rotten. And, of course, the coach, one of the assistant coaches, Robbie Dooley, trying to get the fans on their feet. Doesn't have to work hard to encourage them to do that.
You don't have to work hard to encourage these model fans at all. You can see all the people in blue. They're standing up, they're cheering. Is that another technical foul?
Another foul, and Sadie Rotten at the free throw line with another one. Knocks it through. She can stand there and make those all day.
Put some salt in the wound.
Indeed. That's 5 in a row from the stripe for Sadie Rotten. Also made a couple of threes in the fourth quarter. Make it 6 in a row for Sadie, and a 63-48 lead for the model Lady Devils. And we get ready for the Lady Devils to inbound the basketball. So it was another technical. They inbound the ball in the backcourt to Samantha Betts, who starts to work across the timeline, and it looks like finally Heard County has decided to wave the flag. Javia Samples with the ball, 3 seconds on the clock, backing up. Still a lot of tension there at the end of the game, and the Lady Devils win it by a final score of 63-48 over the Heard County Lady Braves on their own floor. The Lady Devils are able to pick up that victory over Heard County. So tough road victory in this game here for the Lady Devils. They pull away to win 63-48 there at the end of the ball game, and they are officially your 2024-2025 Region 6 Class A Division I championship basketball team. The runners-up end up being the Heard County Braves. The Lady Devils have done it, and Grayson, I was looking back. I think the last region championship victory for the Lady Devils was in 2018 in 7AA. I could be wrong about that, but I was looking at Max Prex to find out when the last time that Model had won a region championship tournament for the girls, and it's been a little while. So obviously last year came up a little bit short up at Murray County, but this year we're able to get the job done against the number 3 team in the state in Class A Division I. That was a big-time victory for the Lady Devils.
Defense and rebounding travels. That's the one thing that kept Model in the game, especially the offensive rebounding. They got so many more opportunities, and ultimately that's what had them win the ball game in the end. And it certainly also did not help Heard County that they had so many technicals in the last 15 seconds of the game. I lost count of how many free throws Sadie shot towards the end of that.
Well, I can tell you exactly. She made 6 of 6 there in the fourth quarter, there in the final seconds of the basketball game to help ice the game for the Lady Devils. So again, congratulations to the Model Lady Blue Devils and Coach Sally Eccles and all her support team. Wow, what a great victory. The Model Lady Devils are the region champs here out of Region 6A Division I, winning the game 63-48. Let's send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. We'll come back, run down the scoring. We got another game coming up. It's the Model Boys and the Temple Tigers getting ready to lock horns for the Boys Championship. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 3 minutes. We welcome you back in live here. We're in Franklin, Georgia tonight, inside the gym at Heard County, and we're glad to be with you. And we're also glad to let you know that the Lady Devils just won the championship here at a Region 6A Division I. 63-48 was the final score in the ball game. We'll wrap up our coverage of the girls' championship and start to turn attention over to the boys' championship between the Model Blue Devils and the Temple Tigers, which is coming up in about 13 and a half minutes. But let's run down the scoring there from our first game. We're going to start with the Heard County Lady Braves, runners-up out of 6A Division I after that loss here at home in the region tournament. But T.T. Lewis would have 9 points for them, 7 points for Emma Lawson, 4 points for Belle Emery, 5 points for Majesty Ware, and then you have a couple of players in double digits here for the Heard County Lady Braves. 11 points for Emma Beers, and the leading scorer was a freshman, Asia Kendall, 5'9" freshman, first-team All-Region player, who would have 13 points. And by the way, all 13 of her points, Grayson, were in the second half of the ball game. So it was a great effort by both teams, but for the Model Lady Devils, big performance tonight, avenges that second game of the year against Heard County where they lost the game 58-35. They return the favor tonight, and in the big one, they win the championship 63-48 is your final score. Here's how the scoring would break down for the Model Lady Devils, and we'll have a little bit of discussion before we turn our attention over to the boys' side of things. For the Lady Devils, 6 points for August Betts. Grayson, the Lady Devils would have 5 players that will get into double digits in the scoring tonight. 10 points for Cam Sanders, 11 points for Javia Samples, 11 points for Eva Pointer, 10 points for Jada Wells, and the leading scorer tonight, Grayson, was Sadie Rotten. She had 15 points. 12 of her 15 points came in the final quarter of the basketball game, and virtually most of them right down the stretch in the final minute.
Yeah, I mean, she came up incredibly clutch. I mean, what a great performance from her there in the fourth quarter. She's one of the best shooters that this team has seen over the past few years, maybe even, one of the best shooters that Model's ever seen. I mean, she's automatic from anywhere. She finally got confidence here in the second half of the region championship, and it ended up paying dividends here in the final frame.
Indeed it did. So again, one more time, we want to say congratulations to Coach Sally Eccles and the rest of her coaches and the Model Lady Devils. They're the region championships this year, picking up the victory tonight. Again, final score 63-48 over Heard County. Wow. What a victory that was. That was something else.
That was something else. And what a response from Model. We saw the way they performed against Heard County. They knew they would back at Woodard Gymnasium, they knew they would have to come back out with some firepower. They knew they'd have to come back out, battle some adversity, and they sure as heck did.
Indeed they did. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, folks, that's going to put a wrap on the girls' end of things. We're going to take a break. When we come back in 3 minutes, we'll start to set the stage for our nightcap. More championship basketball coming up. The Model Blue Devils and the Temple Tigers are going to get things heated up when we come back in about 3 minutes.